I'm surrounded and can't do anything but look down to avoid the grisly sight. As I collapse to my knees, the screaming begins again. The inescapable screams of pain echo throughout my skull.
I jolt awake and run to the bathroom. I splash some cold water on my face, and I look in the mirror. Who am I? What is up, my geeks, freaks, and creepy peeps? It's me, Alzi, joined by my wonderful creepy co-host.
Yo, what's up, you little freaks? My name is Onyx, and welcome back, or welcome to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time viewing, we would really appreciate it if you go back and view the first video that we did, because today's episode is a continuation of the story we did in the first episode.
And do be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more creepy content. And as always, any feedback to how we can better the content would be much appreciated. And any comment left on a video will get a shout out at the end of the next episode.
Indeed, indeed. We do not care whether we have to shout out 100 or 1,000 people.
Now, for today's episode, we will be reading I Was Claimed by a Skinwalker, Part 2, Life After. Once again, submitted by Bloodhunter62.
It goes a little something like this. My name is Jake Payne, and I was claimed by a skinwalker. I was 22 years old then, and in my final year of college at Clemson University, I had 3 amazing friends and a beautiful girlfriend who meant the world to me.
We decided that on our last days of college, we should do something fun. We decided to go camping up north. It was the biggest mistake we could have ever made.
All my friends were brutally murdered at the hands of a skinwalker, their bodies being horribly mangled and put on display like trophies.
My girlfriend was killed, her skin becoming a disgusting flesh suit for the beast. It used her to get close to me and horrifically disfigure me. I was forced to destroy the beautiful face of my girlfriend. She was the love of my life, and I killed her.
It's been 5 months, and I still live with the pain of the memories of that week. Not a day goes by that I don't think about ending it all. I toss and turn every night, begging for forgiveness. My dreams are plagued by memories.
Every time I close my eyes, I see Corey, mangled and disfigured beyond recognition.
I see Aljo, his entrails hanging from his torn gut, eye sockets bloody and empty, a jaw broken and loosely hanging from the side of his face.
I see Chase as well, bloody holes where his nose, ears, and eyes should be. I hear them plead for mercy, screaming in eternal agony.
I wish we would have never gone on that camping trip. They would still be alive and happy if it weren't for that goddamn trip. It's all my fault. I was the one who suggested it. They didn't even want to go, but I pressured them into it.
The only reason I'm still alive is because I'm too much of a coward to pull the damn trigger. I don't even have any money to pay someone to do it for me. I'm just a waste.
I get out of bed and go to the kitchen to make some coffee. I make a fresh pot and pour myself a cup, sitting on the couch and sipping my coffee. I think about the future. It's not something I usually do, especially considering how much I've been wanting to die lately.
I'll need a job if I'm going to keep living like this. It's not like anyone will actually hire me though, looking like this. I gently run my finger along the scar, lining my cheek, and the hole where my eye once was.
I can't even go out into public without children screaming or hiding behind their parents at the sight of me. Others gasp and stare clear of me. Hell, I can clear out a restaurant just by walking in. I'm a monster.
Later that day, I decide to try finding a job. I put my resume out there and apply for a few different jobs, such as providing tech support, and even working the suicide hotline. I thought that way people wouldn't have to look at me, and I can help people. I just feel so useless now, and this lets me help people, even if I can't help myself.
That night, I decided to take a hot shower before bed. As I enter the shower, I wince as the water hits my body. The heat does not feel very good on my scars. I tough it out, and it actually starts to feel quite nice.
I get out after a few minutes and head to bed. Laying down, I turn on some relaxing music and start to drift off.
I gaze at my surroundings. I'm back in the forest. Oh no, I think to myself. This can't be good. As I take in the setting, I begin to walk around. The ground feels wet on my bare feet, and I think I can hear something. It sounds like screaming. This really doesn't feel right. I begin heading in the direction of the screaming.
After 5 minutes of walking, the screams don't seem to be any closer than before. What the hell?
As I think about what I should do next, the screams suddenly get much louder. It sounds like they're coming from all around me, as if a group of howling banshees were surrounding me and getting closer every second. I put my hands over my ears and cower in fear and pain. Just as I think my eardrums are going to burst, it stops.
I slowly open my eyes, looking all around me to make sure it's gone. It's then that I see it, the source of the screaming. Standing in front of me is Corey, except she isn't the sweet, innocent girl I once knew.
Her mouth is frozen in a chilling scream, blood leaking from her eyes, nose twisted and broken across her moans, beautiful face.
Her neck is torn open, revealing her tongue pulled down through her neck in a fashion resembling a necktie.
Her left breast is missing, exposing a bloody mess of exposed muscle and bone beneath.
The left side of her torso is ripped open, her entrails hanging out like ropes over the edge of a cliff.
Below the waist, her right thigh has an arrow sticking through the other side, a chunk of muscle stuck on the arrowhead.
Her left kneecap is twisted around to the side of her knee, as if it was grabbed and forcibly moved there.
The left shin is snapped in half, bone having torn through the flesh and sticking out towards me.
I quickly look away and puke up my dinner, along with some blood and bile. I gather my strength and I turn to run, but find that she is already there. I turn and run in the other direction, but she's there as well. No matter where I turn, she's always there.
I'm surrounded and can't do anything but look down to avoid the grisly sight. As I collapse to my knees, the screaming begins again. The inescapable screams of pain echo throughout my skull.
I jolt awake and run to the bathroom. I splash some cold water on my face, and I look in the mirror. Who am I?
I return to the bedroom, turning on the lights and checking the clock. 2:30 a.m. I turn on the TV and search for something to watch, not daring to go back to sleep. I eventually find something to watch and settle down.
The next morning, I get a call back with a job offer. I accept and agree to start the following Monday.
I wake up on Monday and head down to the call center. I get some nasty looks on the way, but simply ignore them. I'm getting used to the public's perception and care less every day.
I'm going to help someone today, I think to myself with glee. I can't help but smile at the thought of saving someone's life. This job at the suicide hotline is a blessing, a second chance to do some good.
I arrive at the center and am greeted by a beautiful young woman with bronze skin, short black hair, and emerald green eyes. She seems to be around 5'4" and looked up at me like a normal person.
It's like she didn't even notice the scars. It actually makes me happy. Hello, sir. I presume you're Mr. Payne? She asks in a cheerful tone. Yeah, that's me. I respond, still taken aback by how normally she's treating me. Very well, sir. Follow me.
The woman leads me to a small cubicle in the corner of the room. In it is a small desk with a phone, a nameplate, a coffee machine, and a coffee mug. Here we are, sir, the woman says. Will that be all? Just a second, I start. Why are you treating me so normally? Do you not see the scars or something?
She takes a moment before answering. I know better than to judge people for their appearance, especially when it comes to scars, she says, lifting her shirt a little to show a large scar along her ribs.
I'm stunned for a second, but soon collect my thoughts and smile. I see. Well, thank you, Miss Kin. My name is Lana Kin. I think it's a very beautiful name. Thank you, Miss Kin.
I get on with my day at the center, talking with people who are suicidal for all different reasons. Some are going through a breakup, some are grieving dead family or friends. Others are simply sick and tired of living. One by one, I talk them through their problems and help them find other options to help the pain.
When my shift ends, I feel satisfied with myself for the first time in a long time. I can finally help people, and that makes me genuinely happy.
I'm walking out the door of the center when I heard someone call my name. I turn around to see Lana walking up to me. "Hey Jake, you did a great job today," she says cheerfully. I smile. "Thanks, I'm glad I get this chance to help people every day." "Well, it's good to see someone so caring," she beams at me. "I'll see you tomorrow, Jake."
I get home and take a shower before getting in bed. I think about Lana. She's really nice to me. It's a welcome change of pace from the hate and disgust I receive with everyone else. I actually feel accepted for the first time since the skinwalker. I smile as I drift off to sleep.
I scan my surroundings. I'm in some sort of cave. I spot a light off in the distance. It flickers like that of a fire, the orange light dancing along the walls of the cave.
I try to move, but find that my hands are nailed to a wall. As I try to pull them free, the nails grind against my bones and tendons. I grunt in pain, but try to keep silent. I don't know what's out there, but I don't want to find out. I jerk my head forward as I hear what sounds like footsteps. Shit.
The light dances its way along the walls, closer and closer. The flame of a torch comes into view, followed by a figure I know all too well.
As Blair approaches me, I feel a mix of anger, sadness, and fear rising up inside me. She smiles an unnaturally wide smile at me and speaks. "Did you think you could escape me that easily?" Its voice chills me to my bones. "Did you actually think you could be happy without me?" It's taunting me, playing some sick game with my head.
Suddenly, she lunges at me, tearing open my throat. I struggle to breathe, gasping for air and coughing up blood. She just stands there, smiling, as I drown in my own blood. I spit at her, but she keeps smiling.
I awaken on my bedroom floor, covered in sweat and gasping for air. I guess I rolled off my bed in a panic to breathe. I try to push myself up from the floor, but I can't. I give in and lay there for the rest of the night.
The next day, I walk into the call center and smile to find Lana waiting for me. She wears the same bright smile as before. "Hey Jake, ready to help people again?" I smile and reply, "You know it, Lana." She smiles and walks me to my desk. "See you at the end of the day, Jake." "Later, Lana."
It's another long and fulfilling day of helping people. I end my shift and meet Lana at the door. "Hey Lana, how are you doing?" I ask. "Pretty good, but I'm sure the people you talked to today are feeling better," she says with a wink. I laugh and say, "You give me way too much credit, Lana." We laugh and say our goodbyes.
As I walk into my house, I feel happy. For the first time in a long time, I can actually say I enjoy something. I have a new light in my life, a new thing to look forward to, a new reason to get out of bed each morning. I smile to myself as I head to the bathroom, a hot shower waiting for me.
That night, I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow.
I open my eyes and find that I'm nose to nose with Blair, her piercing yellow eyes staring back at me. I jerk my head back in fear, only to hit it on the wall behind me. I look down at my wrists, finding them bolted to the wall. I return my attention to Blair, who is still staring at me with a wicked smile etched into her greasy face.
Hey Jakey, how you doing? She doesn't wait for me to respond before adding, that's great, hon. Now, let's talk about the new bitch in your life. I lunge forward at her mention of Lana and feel a sharp pain in my wrist. Calm down, Jakey. No need to hurt yourself. She seems nice, so I'll leave you two alone from now on. You have my word.
I awaken in a pool of sweat and lay there for a few seconds. I think back to Blair's words. Will it actually leave? I reach up to wipe the sweat from my face. Ah! I look at my wrists, finding broken and limp. I try to move it again, and pain shoots up through my arm, like an Iron Maiden is being clamped on it.
I get dressed and head to the local hospital. They take some unnecessary x-rays and put it in a cast. This sucks. A lot.
I head to the center the following day. As I walk in, Lana goes to greet me. Hey Jake. She stops when she sees the cast. Oh my god, what happened? She asks. I got it caught behind the microwave. Yeah, that's what happened. I give a pathetic smile.
I've never been a good liar, but I can't let her know what really happened. How exactly did you do that? She asks, visibly holding back laughter. Hey, how about we talk about it over dinner late at night? I ask, trying to salvage the situation. I'd like that, she responds, smiling.
The rest of the day goes by as usual.
At the end of the day, I meet up with Lana at the entrance. So, where are we going, she asks. How about we get some sushi, I suggest. Lead the way, Jake.
We get to the restaurant and sit at the bar. A few drinks in, she asks me what really happened to my hand. I tell her about my night terrors, and that I rolled out of bed and landed on him. It's kind of true, I think to myself. She buys it, and we finally get our food.
We have a great time at dinner, and she says she'd like to do this again sometime. I smile at her and respond with a slurred, definitely.
I get home and go straight to bed. As I fall asleep, I picture Lana smiling at me. Nothing can take this away from me.
That night, I didn't have a single nightmare. I woke up with a smile on my face and thought to myself, this is the start of something great.
The next few weeks are amazing. I end up going out with Lana every night and never have any nightmares again. I look forward to each and every day with Lana.
I wake up with energy and make breakfast before heading to the call center. I walk up and hug Lana. We talk for a few minutes before hugging once again and going our separate ways. The rest of the day is normal, and we meet up at the end.
Lana and I go out for drinks and have a great time. We take one or two more shots than we probably should.
Hey Jake, she says through slurred words. I don't think I should be driving tonight. Do you live nearby? I smile and take her hand, leading her towards my house. She blushes and follows along.
We get to my house and head straight to the bedroom. We have a great time and fall asleep in each other's arms.
I open my eyes and find Blair staring at me, smiling that twisted smile. Aw, Jakey, you seem so happy, she says in a sarcastic tone. I know I said I would leave you alone, but I just had to see you one last time, just to wish you luck.
I lunge at her, finding that my hands are no longer bound. I wrap my hands around her neck and squeeze with all my strength. I feel her windpipe cave in, her vertebrae snapping and popping under my fingers. She pleads for me to stop, but I can't. I see the life fading from her emerald green eyes and feel at peace. She stops moving and I smile.
I open my eyes. What is this? I stare down at my hands locked around Lana's throat. Her beautiful eyes, once full of life, stare blankly at me. I slowly release her neck and look at my hands. I can't think. This isn't real. I stand up and start pacing, running my hands through my hair. This can't be real. I start slapping myself. Wake up. Please, just wake up.
Fall to my knees and start crying. Please just wake up. I turn and look under the bed. I reach under and take out my last hope. At least I can end the pain. A few minutes later, everything's ready. As I slip the noose over my head, I look over at Lana. I love you. Thank you for listening to the end of this creepy tale. Onyx, would you like to handle our shoutouts for this week?
It would indeed be an honor to do that, LZ. So this week's shoutouts goes to Great White's Game. Thank you so much. Marina, thank you a lot. And of course Lilith, thank you guys so much. It really means the world for us, for you guys to actually take the time out of your day and leave a comment.
It truly does. And be sure to tune in every week for a wonderfully creepy episode. This has been Alzi, signing out.
This has been Onyx, signing out.